Hi, this is Pam Rackley from Mulqueen Sewing in Mesa, Arizona, and we're working on another block that it goes to our Haunted Halloween sampler quilt. Today we're working on the candy corn block. As I cut my pieces for this and had sewn them together, I found that some of my pieces did not fit. In step number 2, she's asking you to cut your pieces at an angle and then stitch those together. I found that they were too narrow and did not fit into my candy corn blocks. So what I have done is I've taken the pieces, because at the beginning of our segment I had suggested that you cut all of your pieces out, label them, and put them in your bag. So you already have the pieces cut. What I would suggest is that you take your candy corn pieces and cut those down to 3 inches. On here, it's telling you that they need to be 3 3/4 inches. Once you've cut all of, and these would be your F and G pieces, and it tells you that they need to be 3 3/4 by 1 7/8. I cut mine down to 3 inches by 1 7/8. I used the same technique on the candy corn that you used on the cat and the witch's hat. What I've done is that I've taken my 2 rectangles, drawn a line with a wash away or heat away pin, and I do like to use a friction pin on these. And made sure that I had these both angling the opposite way. You need one of these on each side of your candy corn. Once you've drawn the line diagonally, you're going to take that line and you're going to line it up on opposite ends of the rectangle on the bottom. At that point, once you've stitched, and I do use Masterpiece by Superior 50 weight thread, and I use a 2.0 stitch length. You do want a shorter stitch length when you're quilting. That way your stitches are not going to pop out. Once I get this done, I lay this down, take my ruler, line it up 1/4 inch, and I cut. And you're going to do that on the opposite sides of each one of your pieces. So this one I'm going to cut on this side. I'm going to turn this one around, and I'm going to take my 1/4 inch with my ruler, and I'm going to cut it on this side. I'll take those to my iron, and I will press those open with an iron, and then they're ready for me to put on my foam board in the proper position. Okay, cut. Okay, so what you need to do is please make sure that on the F's and the G's that you cut those 3 inches long by 1 7/8 inches wide. Then they're going to actually fit. The piece that goes in between the 2 of these is 3 inches. So you need to make sure that your 2 half triangle pieces are 3 inches long so that those will fit together. When you get finished with this, follow the directions step by step. Don't get ahead of yourself, or you're going to find that you're picking out, and ask me how I know. As you go down, just follow directions all the way down. Once you're finished, you're going to put on the sides, stitch those all together, and you should have a cute little candy corn.